Hi, my name is Tashi and I am filming an audiobook of Star Wars, William Shakespeare's Star Wars, Verily A New Hope by Ian Dosher. And if I mispronounce some of the words, I am sorry. And we will be starting. Act 1. Scene 1. Aboard the rebel ship. C-3PO. Now is the summer of our happiness, made winter by this sudden fierce attack. Our ship is under siege. I know not how. Oh, hast thou heard? The main reactor fails. We shall most surely be destroyed by this. Our warrant madness lies herein. R2-D2. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 squeak. Beep, 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 wee. C-3PO. We are doomed. The princess shall have no escape this time. I fear the battle doth portend the end of the rebellion. Oh, what misery. Now watch, a maid doth as swiftly through the door the army of the empire flieth in, and as the troopers through the passage pour, they'll murder several dozen rebel men. C-3PO. Pray, R2-D2, where art thou? Where art thou? R2-D2. Beep, meep. C-3PO. At last, where hast thou been? I fear they come in this direction. Pray, what shall we do? My circuitry overloads, my mind's overthrown, and fear hath put its grip into my wires. We shall be sent unto that place I dread, the Kessel spice mines, hence no droid returns, and there will be blasted into who knows what. Anon, R2, where does thou go? Oh, prithee, patience, leave me not alone. I, even though I mock and injure thee, I'll surely die if thou leavest me. Scene 2. Aboard the rebel ship. Trooper 1. The Death Star plans we could not find herein, nor are they on the main computer, Lord. In short, they are not here, and there's an end. Thou speakest well, my stormtrooper, and yet not well upon my ear the message falls. I turn to thee, thou rebel, I lift thy head above my own. Thou canst now choose to keep thy secrets locked safe in that head, and therefore lose thy life thou holdest dear, or else to keep thy head and thus live. My patience runneth quickly, out much like the sounds across the dunes of Tatooine. So tell me, else thou diest quick, where shall we find transmissions thou didst intercept? What hast thou done, say, with those plans? Rebel 1. My lord, that my head and life I value certain 'tis, and yet to thee I must report we have not intercepted one transmission. Ah, this is a consular ship and nothing more, on diplomatic mission. Ugh. Vader. Thou naive, with thy last breath hear thou this word. If this is but a consular ship, then where is the ambassador? Commander, prithee, go. Rend thou this ship apart until the plans are found, and bring me any passengers upon thy life. I want them brought alive. And so another dies by my own hand. This hand which now encased in blackness is, oh, that the fingers of this wretched hand had not the pain of suffering ever known. But now my path is joined unto the dark, and wicked men whose hands and fingers move to crush their foes are now my company. So shall my fingers ever undertake to do more evil, I, and this my hand shall do the emperor's bidding evermore. And thus we see how fingers presage death and hands become the instruments of fate. Rebel 1. My lord, oh wait, whoops. Right. Trooper 1. I, there is one, my comrade set for stun. Stormtroopers stun Princess Leia. Trooper 2. She shall be well. Go now, inform the dread Lord Vader we have caught a prisoner, and may Mos Eisley drink flow swift and free. Then when Vader grants rewards for work well done. Enter C-3PO and R2-D2 as the latter enters the escape pod. C-3PO. Hold! Thou art not permitted to go in. Deactivated thou shalt surely be. R2-D2. Beep, 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 meep. C-3PO. Thou shalt not label me a mindless brute philosopher. Nigh thou overladen glob of grease. Thou imp. Thou rubbish bucket fit for scrap, thou blue and silver pile of bantha dung. Now come and get thee hence away, lest someone sees. R2-D2. Beep, meep, beep, squeak, beep, 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 meep, beep, wee. C-3PO. What secret mission and what plans? What dost thou talk about? I'll surely not get in. I'll warn sound of blast. I'll regret this. So say I. R2-D2. No. Exit C-3PO into the escape pod. R2-D2. This golden droid has been a friend. 'Tis true, and yet I wish to still his prating tongue. An imp he calleth me, I'll be revenged, and merry pranks aplenty I shall play upon this pompous droid C-3PO. Yet not in language shall my pranks be done. Around both humans and the droids I must be seen to make such errant beeps and squeaks that they shall think me simple. Truly, though, although with sounds oblique I speak to them, I clearly see how I shall play my part, and how a vast rebellion shall succeed, by wit and wisdom of a simple droid. Exit R2-D2 into the escape pod. Now climb the metal pair into the pod, which sootheth from the ship like laser blast, and to the planet's face as straight as a rod, the capsules takes the droids by power vast. Enter Chief Pilot and Captain. There strays another one. Captain, pray hold thy fire. For certain there are no life forms aboard, and truly what may be the chance that aught but life alone could fly within that pod. The rebels could not be so cunning, bold to put the Death Star plans herein. If I were one to bet, I'd stake my life on it. All's well that endeth well, so says the wise, and so that pod shall live to land below. Exit Chief Pilot and Captain. Enter droids. Aside in escape pod. C-3PO. 'Tis but a jest, aye, surely we are mocked. For R2-D2 plainly canst thou see, the damage looks but minor from below. Can thou be sure this pod is safe? R2-D2. Beep. C-3PO. Oh. Scene 3. Aboard the rebel ship. Enter Darth Vader and stormtroopers with Princess Leia. Leia. Darth Vader, only thou canst be so bold. When first my ship was under siege, I knew 'twas thee who this peaceful vessel sacked. Thy imperial senate shall not stand for this, for when they hear thou hast attacked a ship on diplomatic mission. Vader. This is Vader. Highness, peace. Be thou not so surprised, for well thou knowest a mercy mission this was not. This time thine innocent appearance doth disguise a heart with revolution at its core. Aye, several transmissions were there beamed unto the ship by rebel spies. I want to know what happened to the plans they sent, and prithee speak thou well, or speak thy last, for fairer necks than thine, my hand hath crushed. Thine idle threat is meaningless to me. This is Princess Leia talking. Thine idle threat is meaningless to me. My neck, my tongue, my mouth, these instruments of speech have not the power to relate the knowledge that thou seekest. For certain 'tis I nothing know of what thou ask of me. For I am but a member of the great Imperial Senate, bound for Alderaan on a mission diplomatic. Vader. Nay, thou liest, for thou art with rebel alliance vile and worse a traitor. Take this one away. Exit stormtroopers with Princess Leia. The blood and wires within me leap with fire when all these traitorous words I must endure. Enters the commander. Command. Lord, holding her is dangerous. If word of this is told, then sympathy may rise for the rebellion in the Senate's mind. So shall our power over all the universe be weakened by this wicked, cunning wretch. 'Tis the tale my mother told me once of bygone emperor whose reign was lost when putrid Ugnaughts rose against his throne. So hath my mother said, and I with her. A deathly blow oft comes from the tiny fist, and greatest tree may fall by smallest axe. Vader. Commander, peace, and trouble not thy mind with tales of old. The princess shall reveal her treachery when all's to do is done. The rebel spies are aptly traced to her, and now is she my only link to finding the hidden rebel base. Command. I'll wager she will die ere she tells thee. Vader. leave that to me. Now go, be on thy way, and take this task. Send thou a signal of distress, then inform the Senate all aboard were killed. So shall our presence here be hid from sight, and thus our swift attack shall not be known. Enters the captain. Lord Vader, Lord Vader, sorry I am to report. There are no battle plans aboard this ship, and neither were transmissions made. There was but one escape pod jettisoned amid the fighting, but no life forms were aboard. For certain that 'twas a harmless accident. Vader. With purpose rank must she have quickly hid the plans in the escape pod. Captain, woman vile. However, could she deceive my subtle mind? The plans in the escape pod, most rare. Vader. Pray cease thy speech, and mark ye what I say. Take thou a keen and swift detachment down and bring me back the plans, Commander. Go, see to the task myself before the chime. There shall be none to stop our plans this time. Okay, Scene 4. The desert planet Tatooine. And I think I am going to do this in another video. Goodbye, have a good day. My name is Tashi, Tashi, Tashi. And that's all for today's Shakespearean Star Wars. Bye-bye.